that outdoor unboxing is rather rough. I'll post that footage at the end of this video. So all of this is already unwrapped, but at the time I was doing it outside because I had better lighting due to a tropical storm that was coming through our way. So I have better lighting today now that the storm has moved on. So I'll go ahead and open those. So they are unwrapped. I was so glad since I ended up getting 2 boxes. Mine was wrapped in the white paper bag, so my pink box came to me clean. I know a lot of you who only got 1 box. The box arrived very, very dirty since they didn't bag all the boxes this year. I love this box. I am probably for the first time keeping the box. I love this pink color. It is beautiful. Okay, so one of the extra items that I got this year is this cute little tote. I take, well, if we were having Bible meetings at this time, we're still on Zoom, I take my journal with me, and so I thought this was really the perfect size bag for me. It's super lightweight. That's the thing. I have nerve damage in my shoulder, so I cannot carry really heavy purses anymore. So I carry very lightweight things, like my traveler's notebook as my wallet, and then a very lightweight bag similar to this, or tote. So this would be perfect for me to take my Bible journal with me to my Sunday meetings. The other thing I loved, I bought a lot of themed items this year. I really fell in love with the stories. I really loved the way that they released the stories about each of these items on their website ahead of time. So I kept up with their little countdown calendar thing day by day. And at first when I saw these colors, they didn't really stick out to me. But then when I read the story behind it, it's such an endearing story. If you have not read about this one, this is all handwritten and hand-drawn by one who has Down syndrome, and I really loved this story. So this is the weeks I chose, and it was because of the story. Now the other thing that's really nice that they released with it is something you can use year after year, and it matches the pen perfectly. So that's the release of the pen that comes with the weeks, and this is purchased separately in the accessories section. So it's a nice zipper pouch, and you can use it 2 different ways. If you're using it at home a lot, this is how I like to use it when I'm at home. I don't typically take my weeks out of the house anymore like I used to, because it is my daily scripture writing journal. So I know I'm going to be in and out of this every day, which is why it's so great to just have a pen to be able to strap on. And I put the strap on the inside of the front cover. It does stretch plenty to go all the way to the back cover to keep it shut if it's in your purse. But when I'm at home, this is how I like to have it. And then I'm able to put the special stickers that came with it right inside of that cover like that. So that's how I plan to keep this at home. I did buy a cover on cover for this, but it is such a glossy finish. And since I only keep it at home, I think I'm going to save that cover on cover for maybe next year's release, because I really don't feel like I need it for this at all. It's going to be perfectly fine for what I do here at the house. So that's how I'm using that one. Here's another pen. This one came with my Dayfree. So it's that really cute mint color. I can't wait to post my updated photo of all my Hobonichi pens from 2014 through today. These I bought for some Asics covers that I've been using during the pandemic. I have the MT washi one from a few years ago, and I use that thing like crazy for meetings since we have so many Zoom meetings these days. You know, with all this COVID change, I've ended up having meetings online like crazy. So I bought one as a refill for one of my notebooks, and then I have one, I forgot the name of the artist, but it was a black cover, and then it has The clear cover on cover just has white and gold accents on it with mushrooms. If anyone remembers that name, feel free to write it in the chat below because I can't remember. But that one hasn't had a notebook in it for years, so I want to reuse that cover. I love that cover so much, especially in the winter and fall. I thought it would be a fun cover to use this winter and fall for my office notes. So that's what these notebooks are for. This is the little paper that came inside of them. I did notice this is, I think, half the size of the one we got last year. I think last year's was like double or triple this size. It's still super cute. And I'm glad I got 2 of them because I can keep one of them as is, and then the other one I can cut up and put into my journal. So one of the themes that I fell in love with that I didn't think I was going to, I'll get back to this in a minute, that I didn't think I was going to at first is this one right here. And that's because this creator is the one who did the artwork inside of the Dayfree journal this year. So let me get that out first. I started using the Dayfree this past year and I've really loved it. If you look at the little characters here they are. See, it's the same artist. So that artist did all these little characters for the Dayfree journal for next year. And I've really loved having a journal this year that I could just dump my thoughts into. And then I've been following Stationery Cafe and Oh Hi Joy, and they've been using the calendar to just put stickers of their everyday from their phones. And I've been doing that this year and I've loved it. But since I wasn't sure if I was actually going to use this very well, last year I never bought a cover for it. So it's literally sitting on my desk like this, the one for this year. So I'm going to finish this year's inside of this cover, and then when it's finished, I'll transfer to this one. So since that artist had it, I wasn't sure if I was going to like the cover because when I was reading the description, it said that the cover is inkjet printed on or whatever, but they came out clear as can be. I thought they were going to be kind of rustic and grainy, but the images are actually very, very, very clear. They are so adorable. So I really fell in love with this set, and because it's a beige cover, I did buy a clear cover on cover for it to keep it safe. So along with that, I did get the matching little stickers to go with it. I'm not going to pull these out now. You'll see plenty of videos on these as that year goes by, as I'll use these inside of that Dayfree cover. So the other little collection items that I got, oh, here's a couple other things, sorry. This little set of sticky notes is also the same artist. And so it's a set of 4 sticky notes with these characters right here. I really like the little bachan. So really, really cute. And I thought those would be very fitting for my journal as well. The other collection I bought, but I didn't get the planners or the cover for, one is the one based on the Sweet Shop. Let me find it here. This one here. So this is where they have moved to. Again, the story behind this is posted on Hobonichi's website. And this sweets store has been in Japan in the, I think it's the Kanda area of Tokyo since, I don't know, was it 1800s? I don't remember the date, but they've been there a long time. And this is their, like their logo. What I haven't figured out is this the Eiffel Tower or is this Tokyo Tower? Because it's kind of in the same area. So if anybody knows for sure, or if it's meant to mimic both, let me know. But I figured this would really match my, I was talking about my Asics earlier, the MT washi. These colors will complement that planner a lot. And I don't have any little folders for that particular planner. So that's why I bought this and this. These will be for my meeting notes that I take for work. And I really loved this combination. So these are going to be used with my cover that I already have. This is that Weeks cover that I ended up not needing. I think it would actually kind of be hard to put that cover because of the type of texture it is into here. So this will just be saved. Hopefully I remember next year that I have an extra one. That is going to be saved in my box of Hobonichi. And that brings out a point. Before I ordered this year, I did go through all my covers, started purging planners that I'm not using, and also looked into which ones I could reuse. I haven't bought covers, that many covers. This is probably the most covers I've bought in 1 year. But that's because I use these. And last year I used them more than I ever have. So that's how I justified my purchase for this year. And the last one is the A5 Animal Crossing. I went back and forth on this one as far as the cover. And at the time of this order, I did not order the A5 cover. But since then, I have ordered the A5 cover from Jet Pens. So that will be coming. I watched a video by Rainbowholic, and it really gave me some great ideas. I finally figured out how to download my Animal Crossing photos through an app that they have on the Switch now with the smartphone. Makes my life a lot easier to actually journal my Animal Crossing stories. So I am going to try to take that up this year. We'll see how much time I have to devote to that. And the major beauty. This is my first Mina Perhonen ever. And I liked how someone described it well on a Facebook group, Hobonichi Facebook group. She said, this cover looks like the little black dress of Hobonichi Weeks. And it's so true. That's the whole reason why I got this, because I don't, like I explained before, my shoulder has nerve damage, so I cannot carry heavy bags anymore. So when I go to a wedding or I go to a special event, I've been wanting to have something small that I could carry, and that I could carry my phone and my wallet items and maybe my little tube of lipstick with me. And that is why I decided to get this one this year. Let me hold it up to my phone here. Yep. Just making sure. Yes, my big old iPhone fits in here just fine. So I won't be using this with the Weeks this year. If you've seen my videos from the past, I have used my regular Weeks as a wallet for 2 years. At one point when we were living in Ecuador, it was my everyday carry, everyday wallet, and I truly believe that's why I didn't get pickpocketed, because everybody thought it was a book. So if I ever decide to go back to that as an everyday carry, I could use this way. But my main purpose is to use this for like when I go to weddings or other special events, even date night with my husband. Just have something nice and light that can carry my phone, a few cards, my ID, and my lipstick. My lipstick is one of those very, very tiny Burt's Bees lipsticks, so it'll fit in here just fine. So she's really beautiful. I'll make sure to post some beautiful pictures of her on my Instagram. So if you did a Hobonichi haul this year as well, please post your channel below. I don't care how many I've seen. I watch everybody's haul. I just love to hear the stories behind why everyone chose what they chose. There's always a story or a reason why something jumps out at us. And so I'd like to hear your reasons as well. So if you love your Hobonichi as much as I do, please give this video a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'll show you how I set these up in the next coming videos. See you next time.